Good morning, Card Communities. RJ, and it is time for the Sunday Trivia Recap. Hooray! Loud cheers, applause, mass hysteria, fireworks going off, people doing the wave, throwing papers out of their office windows. And yet we still have time for some awesome trivia and great prizes, all right? So, getting right to it. In the previous week, I had done a thing where I would show off all the Hall of Famers of a particular set, take out one, and replace a non-Hall of Famer and see if you could get those two answers. Didn't get a lot of support for that one, so I bagged that and went back to normal trivia, but stayed with a baseball card theme to it. So on Monday, the question on Monday was in the 1992 score set, the base set for 1992 score. There were 5 cards that did not picture a player's face or image, but instead pictured collections of his memorabilia. I think it was probably provided by the Hall of Fame. Oh, this is no, those pieces of memorabilia came from the Barry Halper collection. So I said, name the 5 players. And it was very easy to find that information. Probably most of you have the 1992 score set. Ty Cobb, great collection of uniform, cleats, various cards, some old bases and bats. Babe Ruth, actual jersey, glove, bat, hat, and some cards. Honus Wagner, got the T to a 6 there. That one doesn't look real, but, what do I care? Some cool stuff from Honus Wagner. Lou Gehrig. And lastly, Satchel Paige. So those are the 5 individuals featured in the 1992 score set with their collections of memorabilia. Your prize for getting that right, it would be this shiny Topps EX was the product. Oh, sorry, Fleer. Gosh, correct myself there. Fleer EX product. Doesn't say what year this is. I did know, but I don't have it now. Probably around 2000, late 90s, early 2000s, no doubt. It is serial numbered 486 out of 999, so to less than 1,000 of these on the planet. Topps EX, the exceptional insert of Pedro Martinez, Hall of Fame pitcher, obviously. So that is your prize for getting that right. The individuals on this screen were kind enough to throw out a guess on that one. Do want to call out Basement Card Collector. Thank you for joining our little foray into trivia on this date. First time Basement Card Collector has opined on a guess for my channel. So these are the individuals who submitted a guess. We will shuffle once. There's your shuffle, and we will spin. You must hit 3 times in order to win the prize. I do that for newbies. I do that to draw out the suspense a little. It's too easy to just spin once and give away the prize. So I like to say, okay, let's spin until somebody hits 3 times. Okay, here we go. Good luck, everybody. Nothing special coming up this week. I don't have anything. I mean, we're always showing off things on our channels, aren't we? But what I don't have is any huge hits or anything massive to show you. Just a lot of cool, awesome cards in general. So I hope you turn back for that. Certainly some great trivia and prizes. And continuing with the trivia and prizes surrounding baseball cards, I think that's been a lot of fun for everybody. Rather than random facts, who was the MVP in this year, what team won the World Series in this year, or that kind of stuff. I'm trying to direct your attention more and more to actual baseball cards. I mean, that's what we're here for, right? To share in each other's channels and look up what's great about each of our collections. So I'm hoping you're all enjoying this. Getting close. There it is. Okay, so when you're new, good things happen. So Basement Card Collector. I don't know I can't remember if you set your address in the email, but if you did not, I'm going to need your email, sir. You will get this fantastic Pedro card in the mail to you, sir. Congrats on that. And we are going to move on to our next trivia question. Moving on. So Basement Card Collector did not, I don't think he submitted a guess other than on Monday, believe it or not. So you can't win but once on my channel, but since he did not throw out a guess for that date, nobody has been going to be pulled off the register. So for for Wednesday's question, another classic card image, 1984 Fleer. There's an individual in the 1984 Fleer base set pictured wearing a Budweiser umbrella hat. I don't think they'd ever do that these days where they'd inadvertently show the sponsorship of beer on baseball cards, but you never know. So who was that individual? Bam. Jay Johnstone, 1984 Fleer hat. Johnstone, he's played with for the Cubs that year. He was on the Phillies at one time, played for a lot of different teams. He may have been with the Dodgers when they won some of their World Series, or when they appeared in the World Series in the late 70s at 81. I don't know for certain. I know he was with the Dodgers at one time. Anyway, he was a bit of a clown, a bit of a jokester, so it's right up his alley to have that Budweiser umbrella hat on. So that was your answer. The prize will be 2 Wade Boggs cards, Hall of Famer Wade Boggs. Have here just a general 1988 Leaf, not the Donruss, the Canadian Leaf parallel. And then this one, cool card from Topps. It's called Topps Embossed. It was from 1995. Action Pack had come out with a couple 3D cards at the time. And this is the same style as the Action Pack cards I showed off not too long ago to you all. It's Wade Boggs in his Yankee uniform. Topps Embossed is what that product is called. So those 2 cards are going out to the winner of this one. Good luck to everybody. We will shuffle once and spin. Good luck. Yeah, it's like I will say this as far as baseball in general is concerned. I'm very disappointed in my Phillies right now. They are doing absolutely pitiful. I have no idea why. I mean, what is the why are they doing so bad? You know, what is it that is making them play so poorly? Well, one of the problems is that their pitching right now is just not good. I think I heard a statistic that their bullpen, their relief pitching is the worst in all of baseball at the moment as far as ERA is concerned. They can't get anybody out, the relief pitchers, which, you know, it's always a struggle for every team to have good relief. You know, your best teams are going to have your best relief pitchers. That's what's necessary. But Lisa Z, 1, 2, 3. Hey, look at that. All right, so Lisa, you have 3 hits on this one. Congrats to you. I will be sending out these 2 cool Wade Boggs cards your way. I'm sure you will enjoy them. We are moving on to Friday's question. Friday. So again, Friday was another card question. Question was, in this particular day, 1987 Donruss. They put out a product called Opening Day. It was a parallel series of cards all by itself, packs, sets, what have you, all by itself. Just showed various pictures of the players. They weren't even necessarily on opening day, but they put out the product. If you remember your 1987 Topps set, Barry Bonds' card is a prominent rookie, although technically his rookie is the 86 Topps Traded. A lot of people love his 87 Topps card because it has the gold cup, I believe. But anyway, so Barry Bonds was also featured in the opening day release from Donruss. And Donruss inadvertently used another person's image for the Bonds card. Briefly, they caught it quickly and corrected it. In doing so, they created a heck of an error card. It's a Barry Bonds card, but somebody else's picture is on the front, and they're scarce. It's hard to find those error versions. So when you do, if you can find it, it is a very valuable card. So keep a hunt for it. Who was the player who actually appears on the card? Well, let's take a look. This is the card that is the error card. That is not Barry Bonds. Scroll down here. This is the corrected version of Bonds right there. So that's what the card looks like. If you really do find it, you'll see Barry Bonds on it. But instead, this individual made the front of of some of Barry Bonds' cards. Who is that person? That is Mr. Johnny Ray. I don't even know if he has his own card in the set. You know, he may, I don't know. But Johnny Ray is pictured on some of those Barry Bonds cards. So that's the answer to the question. Prize for that date, Topps Gallery from 2021, I believe. Yep, 2021, Topps Gallery. This is the Nolan Arenado private issue parallel, and it is numbered out of 250, if you can see that there. So a pretty cool Nolan Arenado card. To the winner of this one, we will go back to the thing. Lisa Z, unfortunately, you are out. You cannot win but once a week on my channel. So congrats to everybody else. We will shuffle once and spin. Good luck. So I say, yeah, the Phillies, their pitching is just abysmal. And I don't know why. I don't know how they're going to correct it. This is one of those teams. You know, you look at the Phillies teams. I was saying this to somebody recently. The Phillies have always been a bad team. In fact, the Phillies were the first, little trivia question for you. The Phillies were the first professional sports franchise of any kind to lose 10,000 games in their history. They were the first. So they've never been very good. In fact, they only had 2 exceptional periods in their history. They've made sporadic World Series. They made it to the World Series in 15, 50, and 93. Other than that, their World Series appearances have only been during 10-year periods of awesomeness. So, I should say, 10-year periods of greatness. So they had 2 such periods of 10 years. One was 1975 through 1984. In that span, they never had a losing season. They made the postseason 5 times, and they went to 2 World Series and won one of them. 3 good nerds. 3 good nerds. Congrats to you, gentlemen. You'll be getting this card, a Nolan Arenado private issue, but I'm going to continue with my rant on the Phillies. The Phillies have never been very good. They had 2 exceptional years. They made the post for 10 years straight. They would never had a losing season. They made the playoffs every year. Well, for 5 years of those 10, they made it into 2 World Series within those 10-year spans, and they won one of them in 10 years. They had 2 times when that happened to them. It was 1975 through 1984. And 2002 through 2011. In those 10-year spans, in each of those 10-year spans, the Phillies never had a losing season, made it to the postseason 5 times, appeared in 2 World Series and won one of them. Outside of those 2 10-year spans, the only time the Phillies even made it into the postseason, is when they went to the World Series and lost. 1915, 1950, 1993, and just this past year in 2023. That's the only, those instances of getting to the World Series and losing were the only other times in their history that they ever made it to the postseason. The Phillies are a bad team. They are never consistently good. Never. They have flashes of brilliance. Then they go back to where they are always, which is mediocre. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. But as a Phillies fan, I opine about it, and I pine for days when they will be great again. So, hope you enjoyed that video. Apologize for the little rant on the Phillies, but maybe there's another team out there that's equally frustrated. What's the Pirates' history? I'd love to know. Who knows? Anyway, thanks for watching. Come back again next week. I've got more great trivia questions and awesome prizes for you to have. Appreciate all support. Please consider liking, subscribing, commenting, all that jazz. And I hope to see you again on Monday, right? Take care.